Hello, audience of Melt Zone Radio Show. That's the name of the show on Oxygen Radio. We've got the huge pleasure to be with Ihsahn at the MOTOCULTOR Festival. Hello, Ihsahn. Thanks for the time and taking time to answer some questions. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you, and thanks for having me. You know, I just arrived here, so
Yeah, just arrived on the site. Yes. Yeah. A lot of mud.
yeah, MOTOCULTOR.
MOTOCULTOR. That's right. Okay, for anyone not familiar with you and your career, could you give us a brief history?
Well, brief. You know, I guess I started out at least in the record industry with as you know, the singer and frontman of a band called Emperor, and from doing that since 1991 till 2001. Then I've been doing different projects with Peccatum, Thou Shalt Suffer, and now since 2006 I've been releasing albums as a solo artist, as Ihsahn. So 7 albums so far. Yeah.
Cool. You are playing today at the MOTOCULTOR, because a lot of mud since yesterday, festival with your solo project simply named Ihsahn. Can you give us a brief history of the foundation of it?
Well, it was me kind of coming back to doing more traditional metal records again after a period after Emperor that I was doing more experimental stuff, and yeah, just the way I write and everything, it made sense to do this as a solo thing. Also, it's very open-ended, so that I could you know, bring in whatever musicians I would need and as such. And I guess it's over the years it started out more basic, and it's become you know, in varying degrees more progressive in one way or the other, but just me, you know, following my heart. Yeah, yeah. But still it's rooted in black metal and the extreme, but there's a mellow side to it as well, so.
Your latest album, I don't know how to pronounce, Hammer. Okay, so your latest album, Hammer, was released in May last year. So can we expect a new album, of course? And can you give us more details about it if you start to write some songs, etc., etc.?
There will not be a full album as yet, but I have just finished one recording, and I'm doing another recording. I'm not at liberty to reveal too much at the moment, but there will be new releases coming, closely kind of intervened with live shows. So yeah, next year will be more active for me on that front, because this year we've been primarily doing a lot of shows with my old band Emperor. I just came here from Summer Breeze on Friday with Emperor. Now I'm doing this, so it's all of August has been back and forth between the two bands. So you know, but after, you know, soon 30 years, you know, closing in on 30 years, I'm still here doing this. So
This year is about live, and next year maybe for the album. Okay. How did you compose when you composed an album? Did you have your own studio? How does it work?
I've been working out in my own studio since forever, you know. So I really, you know, prefer that kind of, you know, self-producing DIY approach. So for the most part, I do everything except you know, the drums. I don't play the drums, and I will occasionally have guests, you know, to do vocal parts or saxophone parts or what have you, but yeah, very much self-recording. First couple of albums I also mixed them myself, but now I've had a long time collaboration with Fascination Street Studios to be mixing and mastering of the albums.
What is or are the goals you want to reach with this band, Ihsahn, your home band?
Well, it's yeah, I think I've been very lucky to be, you know, doing this for a living since I was 16. So I like to believe that if you continue to make stuff that is uncompromising and not trying to be too smart about it, and like maybe if I do it a bit more like this, I could reach a bigger audience, something like that. I like to think that people who are drawn to this style of music, extreme styles of music, they do so because they want something that is truthful and with integrity, Basically, it's worked very well for me so far to just be, do exactly what I want, and I think I've been able to communicate that to the people who listen to my music, that some albums may be within the parameters of what you like, maybe, but next album might be something totally different. But yeah, I don't see any reason to change. So basically, this is has been my passion since I was a boy. Yeah.
Okay. What do you think of you cross many decades in the music industries. What do you think of the evolution of it nowadays?
Well, yeah, since I started in the early 90s, of course it's changed a lot, and I think in particular I've noticed in the last 5 years or so that the natural cycle that I grew up with, with new album, touring, like a 2-year cycle in a way, that made sense, but now everything happens at the same time. So now I'm doing live shows, I'm recording, I'm doing guest performances, and I'm producing for some other people. It's all a mix. And I think in the beginning with downloads and digital media, where as I'm sure you as well grew up with the vinyls and everything, the tactile whole experience. Yeah, it's a big change, and of course where the money flow has also shifted from the recording industry to the live part of things. That in the 80s, I think bands made albums to have as almost like a promotional thing. That the tours were more of a promotional thing for now it's the other way around. But from music, then I started thinking about the music history of things, that it's really a very, very small time period that we've actually had a physical format to sell. So we're kind of, even Led Zeppelin, I think, that live recordings were just what the songs sound like that day. So before that, it was live connection that mattered, and now we're kind of coming back to that, I think. So for what it's worth, you're used to the format, the album format, and all that. But then again, if you want to be part of it, you just have to follow the times. Yeah.
Did you make a living of your music? Yeah.
Yeah. Never done anything else.
Because nowadays, and for many years now, as you say, bands are doing, of course, money with live, with merchandising, more than selling CDs, vinyl albums. It changed a lot about that.
Very much so. Yes. So no, but I've been very fortunate, and
make a living of doing what you want to do, what your passion.
And that's a big motivation to work hard, because I'm not good for anything else. You can't use me for anything else. So the fear of honest work is.
Okay. What are some of your biggest influences that you'd love to share the stage with, living or deceased?
To share the stage with? Well, what can I say? I mean, I have a lot of people that I look up to, and artists and that have been influential on me. But I guess I've been able to share stage with quite a few of them, or meet them, or, not on the same stage, not playing together, but like playing next to, in Japan a couple of years back, we played right after Alice Cooper. The big 80s heroes that we grew up with, and suddenly you're in connection with them. But then again, they are also just hardworking musicians at the end of it. But I mean, huge influence on me, of course. Iron Maiden, Judas Priest, all the classics. Yeah.
The British heavy metal scene, of course, and many more. Okay. Do you remember your first live appearance with the band?
That's such a long time ago, But I remember some of the first, yeah. But I was probably 12, 13, So it was more of a youth club kind of thing.
Long time ago, somewhere long time ago. So, you are playing at the MOTOCULTOR festival. I suppose you've got other shows planned for festivals or tour. Can you tell us more about?
Well, I have been quite busy now in August up until now, and yeah, we're playing a a festival in Bergen with Emperor next weekend, and then I have some time off before I go to Athens with my solo stuff for show there, and later we go. I think we go both to Japan and Mexico with Emperor, and yeah, so it's a bit, you know, we have kind of periods where we, and prior to that I've been doing, we were in Australia, we had some other European festivals, Hellfest, Brutal, we just came back from Brutal Assault, I played Silac Open Air in France, yeah. So yeah, it's been busy, but I don't do a lot of extensive touring, I had my first kind of bus European tour since 1999, just last year. So it's been very much festivals, you know. Yeah.
So of course, as a band, you are a lot on the road, crossing a lot of countries. Is it easy for you to with your own life, families, etc., etc.? Is it something hard to I don't know, don't find the word, but you know, the balance between your own life, your personal life, and life on the road?
I don't, since I don't really play that much, it's not really hard to balance, and of course I think, you know, being away for 3 weeks is kind of a maximum of what I'm comfortable with, but it's getting a bit easier now because our kids are older, and of course my wife is a musician, so we've been touring together before, and she's also doing you know, all the managing part of the Ihsahn thing now. So it's more of a common project, you know. And sometimes, not that often, but sometimes, like we played Tuska last year, we brought the entire family, because I was playing there with both my solo band, but also with Emperor, but also my brother-in-law's band Lepers. So we brought the whole family, which is nice.
Yeah, I suppose. Very nice. So we're in France today. What do you know and what do you like in our country? Because you often come to play in France. What?
It's been very, you know, France has been very supportive of my music, so I really appreciate that. So.
And what do you like in our country? Maybe about food, about drinks, about, I don't know, about architecture, etc., etc.
Well, if it comes to stuff like that, I probably cognac. It's in my favorite. That sounds very, you know, but in small portions. But you know, but I like I appreciate the good cognac. I do. Yeah. Okay. There's lots more, of course, but just.
So okay, so Ihsahn, to conclude and this little interview, do you have something to add and some words for your French fans, because we're in France, of course.
Well, you know, thank you for all the support from the French fans. You know, I feel very welcome here, especially with my solo work. But also, I mean, I played Hellfest many times, both with my solo thing and with Emperor. And yeah, it's been through my career, I've kind of seen almost the French scene for this music grow a lot. So yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ihsahn. This was Ihsahn on Metal Zone Radio Show Oxygen Radio at the MOTOCULTOR Festival. Buy the albums, buy the T-shirts, go to see the band live, very important, and support the band. I wish you a lot of good things, of course, for all the band, your project, etc., your family, and so on. So have fun here today at the MOTOCULTOR.
Bye-bye.